All right, it's going.
Hey, I want to stop and talk to you guys for a minute today about choosing a stylist. I think it's really important. Charlie's going to help me talk to you about that, about choosing a stylist.
Yeah.
Long-term client and really in the need of haircut right now. But a lot of people aren't aware of what kind of stylist you should be looking for. It's a fit for the individual. Everything that you need to know is held in some basic pieces of information. And the biggest, I would say the most important aspect is the relationship that you have with the stylist based on your communication and your ability to communicate with each other and speak the same hair language. It's referred to commonly in the business as hair language, and it's kind of how we talk back and forth to each other. You wouldn't ask an 80-year-old woman per se that's getting a roll-up style the same questions that you might ask a college student when they're coming in. You want to look for a stylist that knows you, knows about you. They should be finding out very important aspects of your life. What kind of maintenance person are you? Do you spend a lot of time with your hair in the morning? Do you get up an hour ahead of time just so that you can do your hair? Charlie?
Let's talk getting out of the shower and brushing it.
Charlie's a zero maintenance person. Love her because she's upfront enough to say, no matter how you style my hair, I'm not going to do anything with it. And to an actual stylist, that means a lot, and that says a lot about how you want to come to terms with the haircut that they're going to wear. You don't want to give Charlie here the kind of style where she has to get up at 5 a.m. to put a lot of products in and fix it so she looks good all day. She's not going to do it, and all you've done is made your client unhappy by doing so. You have to make sure that you fit your client as well as they fit you. Talk to them. Anybody has time for a consultation. There should never be a lack of time for consultation. If you find that your stylist is too busy for consultation, you may have found the wrong stylist because they should never be too busy for you or your hair. That doesn't mean you need to mule over what style you're going to have for hours and hours. It basically means that they're going to stop and talk to you and find out what your hair routine is like in the morning. And when Charlie first started, we sat down and we found out really quick that Charlie's not going to do anything with her hair in the morning. She's going to take a shower and go to class. So we keep her really simple. We razor cut her so that it stays playful and stays away from itself, is easy to dry and easy to maneuver. Another thing you should probably look for in a stylist is the way they speak to you about how you hold your posture. You shouldn't be crossing your legs while you get a haircut. And they shouldn't forget to cut the hair at the back of your neck. These are all signs that you haven't got the best out of your stylist. Now, you can have all kinds of conversations with your clients, but they shouldn't cross a certain barrier or line. And making sure that you can talk to them about what you want and what they want and come to terms with what you're able to do is really important. I don't think you should ever be able to tell a client that, oh yeah, I can do that, and not actually be able to. I would never sell somebody a car I couldn't drive. I wouldn't give them a haircut I couldn't wear. The fact of the matter is that there's a difference between people that are going to get up early in the morning and do a lot to their hair and use product and people who aren't. In past days, that fell under the category of men and women, because women would get up at any time of day to do their hair, and men would get up and put on a hat or run their fingers through it. Now we've got more men these days that are taking time and taking care of their hair, which I like to see. And we've got women being a little more simple, and that's okay too, as long as your style fits you. If you've got a stylist that's going to pick a picture out of a magazine and put it on your head, you might not have found the right stylist. What you need is someone that's going to look at the shape of your face, your routine for the day, how much work you intend to put into your hair, and give you something that's free-flowing and functional and fits you. How about bangs today? You want to like slide bang it?
I mean, I've never really done it before, but I would be interested to find out, yeah.
So we can wear it for a while because it is one of those things that's easy to grow out and it will fit your face.
Yes.
So this will carry on a good look and you can stop blinking like that and not being able to see through it. Okay. So now that we've done all of her perimeter cuts, we're going to go in and razor cut her. And it's not for everybody. It's not even the kind of thing that you can sell to people very easily that have never had it done before. It's actually an artistic moving piece. Not all stylists do it, and there are things that a lot of stylists refuse to do in their line of work, and that's okay. Be forward with your stylist and ask them right away. Ask what kind of training they've had. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and if they act like they don't want to tell you or divulge that to you, you may have found the wrong stylist. Just gonna take an easy part through here and throw the rest over your shoulders. And we'll work our way around to those bangs. Which, by the way, you shouldn't say bangs. It's your fringe area, because in other countries it's a highly offensive term. But as Americans, we are so very used to saying it that it kind of slips out repetitively.
New trivia knowledge.
New trivia knowledge.
Woo.
We are the masters of trivia. This is Charlie the girl / the woman, as known on local radio stations. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with waking up really early to maintenance your hair. I think it's great. So I tend to put people into levels of what maintenance level are you. Where you and I'm probably a 1 to a 2 range, because I like to play with my hair, but then there are days when I do absolutely nothing with it. I do that too, even though I'm a stylist. I do nothing sometimes. I have a hat collection, because it makes getting to work easier. And I'd put you in the 0 to 1 range, because you're washing it, so I mean that's got to be like a 1, right?
Right.
We'll count that. We'll count that. That counts.
Mm.
And then there are people that are up to like a 6 and 7, where they're every day to put on their hair piece, or to roll and sit under the dryer, or flat iron their entire heads, which is another area I'd like to touch on. If you're gonna flat iron, don't crush your hair in between the plates to your flat iron. If you're going to turn the heat up really high, speed up, and if you're not that good at it, turn the heat down, because you're going to be going slower. And that'll stop some of the damage to your hair, because stylists love for you to actually maintain your hair in between haircuts. It's kind of a frugal part of the way we are. We like good hair. Charlie has great hair, but that's because she just does not damage it and eat it apart. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If you're a fun, playful kind of person, you need fun, playful kind of stylist. You need somebody that you can be direct and honest with and tell them what you're looking for. If you prefer a more quiet salon, spa type experience, then you're going to look for the person that's going to consultate you right off the bat, and then once you've maintained a charted map for what you're doing, then you're going to let them take off and do their work while you enjoy and sit there quietly. I think that there is not an ability standard when it comes to years in the business. I think it's how much you are willing to learn and know, and how you communicate with your clients, and to understand that not every person is going to fit together, and that certain clients will have a fantastic relationship with their stylist, where others are only coming to see them every 6 to 8 weeks, and they just need to get in and get out, and not a whole lot of personal information is exchanged. And then there are some people that grow very close with their stylist and are with them every step of the way through life. I have clients that I started out having as children that I've now done their weddings, and I do their children. So experience and time are a very littling factor compared to expertise. If you find a good stylist and you have a good record with them, stick with them, because they will stick with you, and they will know your head and your hair and be ready for your greatest hair crises, like, oh, I decided to go to Walmart and get a box of dye.
Yeah. Or, oh my god, I let my friend cut my hair.
That I've heard a lot. Believe it or not, that's a popular one around here. I would always give the advice that if someone is not a licensed stylist, don't let them near your head with sharp objects. But that would be just good advice. I don't think you have to go to school to tell people that. I started in this business 14 years ago, and I love what I do. This is what I do every day. I find a lot of people in this business, this was not what they chose to do and may not continue to do it or may not be adequate at doing it. So a lot of finding your stylist is trial and error. Ask your friends. If you love someone's hair, stop and ask them where they got it done. If you think that you'd like to get your hair done there, there's no shame in asking for the number or the location. Some of your best clients come to you from your other clients.
Yeah, I tell a lot of my friends to come to Coleen all the time, actually, including Emily, Kim, Kaylee. I could
And
list
they
a
bring
bunch.
people and they bring people.
It's a chain.
It's a chain reaction. It is a chain reaction. But it's not going to continue to be a chain reaction if you're not great at what you do. And everybody can be good, mediocre just won't do in this business. Every head is different, so every head requires an expert's hands. You absolutely have to know exactly what you're getting into in a head of hair to be able to serve your client well and to have them come out happy with the final outcome of their look. You also have to be honest. There are times when you're going to have to look at someone and go, I wouldn't do that if I were you. But the picture looks fantastic.
No!
Yes, the picture does look great because Charlize Theron has always looked good in that cut. You, however, my dear, are no Charlize Theron. So honesty, playfulness, these are all qualities and attributes that you really do want to find in a client-stylist relationship, as well as someone that's flexible to your schedule and your needs and understands what your maintenance level is going to be. Producing unrealistic hair is not part of this business or should not be. That's how we come up with unhappy clients. We come up with people who swear off hairdressing, oh, they'll always let their mom cut it, or they'll never go there again. And it takes all of 15 minutes to make somebody happy and to understand them. And that 15 minutes is the difference between whether you and your stylist are speaking the same language, hair language, or you're not talking at all.